Started. And time. I've been reflecting over my last 8 years as a barista, and I have experienced the evolution of specialty coffee. We as a community, we have created a space for us to bond and share our love of coffee. In this space, I have been able to grow as a professional and make meaningful connections. I found 3 ways to connect to other baristas, coffee professionals, and my customers. When we make these connections, we are building our specialty coffee community. But what are those 3 ways? Number 1, storytelling. Every single coffee, they have these unique stories to tell. And when we baristas tell these stories, we're actually bringing our coffee community closer together, all the way from the farms, right here into our cups. Number 2 is tools. Tools transfer expertise and knowledge to us baristas, empowering us to craft excellent and accurate flavors. This lets us tell each coffee's unique story and brings our community closer together. And number 3, it's experiences. Every single community event, just like today, a public cupping or that signature drink at your local coffee shop. These experiences, they make our community approachable and inviting. So, let's get started with a story. And storybooks are such amazing tools. Not only do they celebrate our experiences, they gather us around, closer together. So, like any great story, our story also begins once upon a time. Now the land, it's not so far away. This is the eastern slope of the Baru volcano, Boquete, Panama. The year is 2018. And our hero, Hunter Tedman, he begins planting churroso trees. He's planting on what used to be a vegetable farm, but is now called Black Moon. In 2018, the soil was eroded, but thanks to Hunter and his team's hard work, his team right here, they're able to restore the soil health with regenerative agriculture. So alongside those churroso trees, Hunter and his team, they planted 4,000 additional trees, all of different species, and different varietals to grow a diverse forest canopy, improve that biodiversity, and restore the soil health. We're gonna fast forward now. The year is now 2024, and this will be Black Moon Farm's 3rd ever harvest of the churroso varietal. It was processed as a natural, anaerobic, 94 hours of fermentation. And this allows Hunter to create these amazing stone fruit and berry flavors in the churroso. We, however, will be starting with the milk drink. And I have crafted a unique milk blend to complement the flavors in Hunter's churroso. This milk blend begins 50% rice milk. I'm using rice milk for its high sweetness. This will complement the acidity in the churroso. When combined, it transforms our stone fruit and turns it into grape jam. The second half of my milk blend is 50% evaporated milk. I'm using this milk to balance our milk drink's texture. When this combines, we're gonna create and transform that berry flavor, and it turns into caramel red apple. And when all 3 combine, we're gonna find a 3rd flavor of almond shortbread cookies. If you look to your left there, judges, I have a menu for you. If you missed anything at all, please feel free to take that with you backstage. And I'm also just gonna ask you to only do your visual evaluation and please wait to drink. So the reason I chose that rice milk is because it has high carbohydrates. And that's where that high sweetness comes from. It provides for us that flavor of grape jam. And the reason I chose evaporated milk, this milk I'm using to balance our milk drink's texture. And it gives us that caramel red apple. But I'm using this milk because it's a dairy milk that has its water content removed 60% through heat. And this is what gives us the texture today. It's a medium weight. The texture is creamy. And the finish will be long of that almond shortbread cookie that is creamy. And now you know more about Hunter's story. When we baristas tell these stories, what we're doing is bringing our coffee community a little bit closer together, all the way from Hunter's farm. It's now right here in our cups. And I've always found when you know where your coffee and where those flavors come from, it's gonna make your coffee taste that much better. And this is the value that we baristas can add to our coffees from seed into our cups today. So please go ahead and enjoy those milk drinks. Cheers. All right, judges, let's continue building our coffee community with the help of tools. But today I'm not here to share with you a tool that I've created. Rather, I'm here to embrace the tools we already have and celebrate the part of our community that crafts them for us, as they support my ability to craft your coffee experience, and this lets me tell more coffee stories, bringing our community closer together. When I first started making coffee, it was really more of an art form. Now we have the help of science and precision to craft the coffee experience. It is now easier to make coffee as tools help us with efficiencies and consistencies. This improves the experience of our baristas, but also our customers. For example, 8 years ago, we baristas, we would have our heads down just like this, and our focus would be right here, preparing our pucks, not on our customers. Now we have simple automations like this tamper and this distribution tool that help us simplify our workflow. We can now focus on our customers and tell more of our coffee's story. Today, your story of flavor in your espressos. Please write down blackberry. You'll find black currant, green grape, nectarine, and a sweet lime. And today I've decided to chill your cups. So don't be alarmed on the cold cup. I'm also chilling your extractions here over these frozen metal spheres. This is going to lower our drinking temperature to 30 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, it's easier to perceive our flavors, but also it creates us a tactile. The weight becomes low. The texture today, silky, it's smooth, and it is juicy. And your finish, it's going to be a long, lingering finish of that sweet lime that is creamy. Now I'm just going to ask you not to drink as I hand you the espressos. Please wait. My extraction temperature today, 96 degrees Celsius. This temperature allows me to make the sweetness medium. And now to find harmony and balance our espresso. 19 grams in the basket. 55 grams in our cups. This supports our sweetness with a medium-high acidity and medium bitterness. Thanks to tools, it is now easier to make coffee experiences with accurate, excellent flavors, making the experience special. This, thanks to tools, lets me tell more stories. It lets me share these coffee experiences and connect with the community. This is a way tools add value to our coffee, and in turn, adds value to the barista role. Today, you do not need to stir. This tool has integrated the crema for you. Please go ahead and enjoy those espressos. Cheers. Thank you. All right, judges, signature drinks. Signature drinks are more than just beverages. They are coffee experiences that make our community approachable and inviting. So let's begin our signature drink with 100 grams of Hunter's Churroso. I chose this particular coffee today because of the similarities I found between Hunter and myself. I'm struck by the interconnectedness of our journeys, as Hunter's dedication is to regenerative coffee farming, elevating the quality of his coffee, while my focus is on storytelling, and this elevates the quality of the coffee experiences that I create. So with 100 grams of Hunter's Churroso as the base of our signature drink, let's transform those stone fruit and berry flavors. This ingredient here represents Hunter's story. We're going to be processing a waste product to maximize the flavors of terroir. These are these spent espresso pucks. We are going to combine it with 100 grams of white sugar, 40 grams of orange peels, and 4 grams of allspice. We mix this all together and let it sit for 24 hours. What happens, or we strain with a paper filter after that, and what happens is the sugars will pull the oils from the peels and the pucks, giving us 60 grams of the Black Moon Elixir. This ingredient we're using for depth of sweetness, complexity, and this transforms that stone fruit into apple pie. Our next ingredient here is 4 grams of coconut milk powder. I'm using this ingredient by toasting it to create a Maillard reaction. This will lead to rich, nutty flavors like brown butter. But this transforms in the signature drink, making the berries into lemon pound cake. And this tool here, this is called the judgevei, and it is more than just a coffee brewing tool. This represents a method of connection since ancient times, and it traces the journey of coffee drinking to the modern day ritual. I'm using the judgevei to craft you a warm signature drink, and because this tool creates comfort for parts of our community while curiosity for others. Now I'm going to be mixing with an electric mixer here for creamy or silky texture, Now this will be a warm signature drink, judges. I'm serving to you at 40 degrees Celsius today. At this temperature, you can find that apple pie. You can find that lemon pound cake, and thanks to our temperature, mulled wine. These are warm and inviting flavors that make for an approachable signature drink. I'm going to ask you to please wait until I call my time, as I'm reminded of our coffee community's essence. It's about more than what's in our cups. It's about the stories we share and the connections that we make. So let's continue building our coffee community. One cup, one story, and one experience at a time.